Alright, so right now you have your pantheon that looks just about like this. Some of you guys might not have a triangle at the top. It might come down just the way you cut it, and that's okay. But we are going to continue. So next up, we are going to create the rectangle that's going behind the triangle, and then the dome. Look how the dome comes over the top of the black paper. And then we're going to create the columns here. And if we have time, we'll do some decorative stuff on the bottom. So at your table, you have a whole bunch of these rectangle pieces. You're going to choose a color that you think is going to really stand out. So notice how maybe I'll choose red behind it or green. I think I'm going to choose red. I think it stands out a lot with the blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue, and if you remember, you dip your Q-tip into the glue, you wipe it a little bit, and I'm just going to go ahead, you can rub it, you can do dots, but you're going to kind of cover the surface, okay, with the glue. You don't need too much. When you're not using the glue, you can either rest it on the side, kind of like this, or you can put it on your black paper. And then I'm going to turn this over, and remember how we didn't glue the top last time? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this behind, so the top of the triangle is coming up just a little bit up there. And then I'm going to go ahead and make my dome. So I want it to be kind of like a rainbow shape. So from this corner all the way to this corner. So I'm going to start here, I'm going to come up, I'm going to cut a rainbow all the way to the top, and I'm going to keep going and go all the way back to the other corner. So it's not going to be perfect, but it gives you that idea that it's kind of like a half circle, that dome shape. For this, I'm going to put the glue directly on my black paper. Dot, dot, dot all over. Okay, because then I know that this dome is going to touch that part of the paper. We're going to put it right up here. Then I'm going to press down. Doesn't that look so pretty? Now this is the part where you can go ahead, maybe just put a dot or two right on the top, put it down. So that's the part where you're going to go ahead, add the back, add the dome, and now we're ready for some of the other detail. And I'll leave my example out when I'm done so you guys can just take a look and try to mimic what you see. But I'm going to do a horizontal line right about here, okay, where my triangle begins, and then I'm going to do some vertical lines going down like columns. And you're going to choose colors that stand out. So I wouldn't do blue because blue is a little bit too close, but I think the green stands out and also kind of matches this. Or let's say, what about orange? Orange looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. You can either have it where it's going over the blue a little bit, or if you want, you can cut it so it's around the same size. You get to choose. I'm going to keep it just like that. I'm just going to do a few dots with my glue. Remember, what happens if you put the Q-tip inside the glue? What would happen if I just let it go here? It might fall right in, and then you have to pick it up, and your hands are all gooey and ooey. So instead of putting it inside, you're going to either put it here, or you can put it on the colored paper. You get to choose. Now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put it right about there. Excellent. Now I want to do my columns. So look at how mine goes. Oh, they're so super duper long. So I want my column to go here, but I don't want it to go all the way to the end of the paper, so I'm going to cut them. Okay, and then I can even use this one somewhere else. So if you cut them in half, then you can reuse them. So I'm going to do a few pink ones, maybe one on either side. Maybe I'll cut the green one in half. Let's see, that one needs to be cut a little bit more. Maybe I'll do a green one here. Maybe I'll do every other. Maybe I'll do a green, and then a pink, and then a green, and then a pink. I think I need one more color. What color do you think I should use? I don't know. Maybe I'll see if I can get a purple. more orange. I think that looks pretty cool. Orange in the middle. I'm kind of making a colored pattern. Doesn't that look really pretty? So then I would go ahead and I would put glue here, 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 on this column and this column. I'd turn it over and put it on down. And then if we have time, we have all this extra scrap paper. You can even put some, maybe I'll take my orange and I'll cut some strips. And I'll go ahead and maybe I'll put some decoration on the bottom, kind of where the column ends. Now, I don't want to put orange on orange over here. Maybe I'll do a little green. Or maybe pink. You get to choose what you want. I think that looks really good. And I would go ahead and glue that down. So hopefully today, you're going to get to this rectangle behind. You're going to cut out your dome. And you're going to put down your columns. And then we're going to get to decorate our pantheon. Alright, I'm going to come around and help you out.